We're losing credibility with a lightning speed as the trade policy is uncertain. Still, there are daily high-level statements made that contradict the statements made a day prior to that, and it is getting messy. President Trump just said that tariffs on China won't be as high as 145% and will, quote, come down substantially. With tariffs sky high and markets on edge, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says it's not sustainable, and he said that neither side actually thinks that it can last. The White House says that any news on tariffs will come from President Trump himself. It's not just China, of course. Blanket 10% tariff on all imports, plus higher duties on steel, aluminum, and autos have already sent shockwaves across the globe. At this time, it is unclear what the Trump administration is going to do to handle the trade dispute with the European Union. Japan, of all countries, actually told the Trump administration, we're not rushing to serve U.S. interests in this area. We're going to protect our own domestic farmers and producers, so we're going to have to negotiate different terms. Perhaps this is why we're hearing about lowering astronomically high tariffs on China now. It just simply doesn't work. The International Monetary Fund warns that the trade war could slow global growth. The S&P Global Reports says that U.S. business activity has already hit a 16-month low, while inflation rises. The World Trade Organization has just slashed its outlook for 2025, and the numbers are not looking good. Even the 2026 expectations, once forecasts for solid recovery, have been downgraded from 2.9% to 2.5% as the result of tariff tensions. The World Trade Organization warns that if the United States resumes higher reciprocal tariffs after its 90-day pause, global trade could shrink even further by a staggering 1.5% this year in an already fragile economic climate. So make no mistake, this is major deterioration. For businesses, it means delays, uncertainty, and rising costs. For governments, it means tougher choices ahead in terms of policies. Will we see a turnaround in 2026, or is this the new normal for global trade? It is impossible to answer that question now, since everything is driven by the tone set in Washington, D.C., so we will keep observing.